New at 6, a Tallahassee man sentenced to life in prison for several armed burglaries. Prosecutors say in March of last year, Tallahassee police got a call about a suspicious person pulling on car door handles. Officers found Cecil Bell carrying credit cards, ID cards, and bags belonging to different victims, as well as a gun. During the trial, 7 officers and 8 victims testified. Bell was found guilty yesterday and sentenced to life. He had a prior conviction for armed robbery on his record.